Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, the basketball edition. First, I want to chime in on all the conversations I've heard after the list came out for All-WNBA first team, All-WNBA second team. Caitlin Clark, of course, being the first rookie to be named to the first team since Candace Parker in 2008. And that's a whole lot of hoopla. And so I want to let you enter into a conversation in which I break down exactly what the facts are. Check it out. Say congratulations again that she made the All-WNBA first team. And that was somehow controversial to some people who apparently thought that Sabrina Ionescu was supposed to be on that team. Guys, the facts don't bear that out. We're going to look at that. But first of all, congratulations to those members of that team. And we have Caitlin Clark, Napheesa Collier, Breanna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, and Asia Wilson. And the second team, we have Kalia Copper, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, Arike Agumbawale, and Nneka Ogwumike. And you've probably seen on social media and different talking heads talking that there's no way that Sabrina should not be on the first team and that Caitlin doesn't deserve to be on there. And you know what? Numbers don't lie. So we're just going to put this to bed. Let's just show the numbers from 2024. So here we are from StatHead Basketball head to head. Okay. Overall stats. 40 games, Caitlin, 38 games, Sabrina. 19.2 points per game for Caitlin, 18.2 for Sabrina. 5.7 total rebounds for Caitlin, 4.4 for Sabrina. 8.4 assists per game, 6.2 for Sabrina. 1.3 steals per game, 1 steal per game for Sabrina. Blocks, 0.7 for Caitlin, 0.8 for Sabrina. Field goal percentage, 41.7% to 39.4%. Three-pointers, 34 plus, and for Caitlin, 33 plus for Sabrina. And free throw percentage, Caitlin's at 91 basically, and Sabrina is at 90 basically. And so, and the efficient field goal percentage, 0.522 to 0.482, you get the picture. So for those who are saying there's no way, you're not paying attention. Not to mention what Sue Bird had called before about the Rookie of the Year, the eye test. We know what we saw, okay? And now that we did what we do, and that is keep it a buck, now we gotta say something here. I can't let this video end without saying that somebody done it again. Somebody struck again. We need to know. I want to have a conversation with whoever this person is who chose to stiff it to Caitlin again. Now, I've got no evidence in the voting for first and second team that it's the same person who made sure that Caitlin did not win unanimous Rookie of the Year, or if it's the same person who gave Angel Reese a talking point, I guess, in the MVP voting. I got no evidence because the person has not come forward, or the people have not come forward, which is interesting. You got plenty of people who want to let you know that they did vote for Caitlin for Rookie of the Year, for example, but we don't know. We don't know what's up, but something smells fishy in this voting for first and second team, WNBA, All-WNBA first and second team. So take a look at a little bit of this article, and I'll say a little bit more. Here in this Athlon article, Athlon Sports, it said on Wednesday, Caitlin Clark was announced as one of the 5 players to earn All-WNBA first team honors for the 2024 season. Clark, the league's 2024 Rookie of the Year, is among elite company. And I already shared who they are. But again, Asia, Napheesa, Breanna, and Alyssa. Now, Wilson and Collier were both unanimous picks, okay? Which makes sense because Wilson was number 1 in MVP voting. Collier was number 2 in MVP voting. And so they both unanimous first team. Breanna Stewart received all but 2 first team votes, okay? All but 2. Clark finished 4th in first team voting, receiving 52 out of a possible 67 votes. She also received 14 second team votes. Okay, if you're just reading real quickly, you're just going through, okay, they were unanimous, she was not, and Clark, yeah, she got 52 out of 67, and then 14, and then you just keep it moving. When you read a little further, you see that something stinks. Clark's first and second team votes combined for 66. Here it is, meaning one of the WNBA sports writers and broadcasters responsible for voting left her off the ballot for both honors. So one individual here decided not to vote for Caitlin, either for first team, and one might go, okay, but not for second team either. The result is very similar. Okay, I didn't write this. Here it is. The result is very similar to Clark's near unanimous Rookie of the Year win that saw her receive 66 of 67 total votes. Voting is anonymous, so it's unclear if the same voter is responsible for both of these snubs. But check this out. But based on this pattern of voting, it's likely the case. So this is not just Adrienne coming up and saying something seems fishy. This is not just Caitlin Clark's fans. This is not just people who cover Caitlin Clark on their YouTube channels or in their writing. This is something here that is obvious. When you start looking at this and you go, oh my goodness, looking at those numbers, one person, whoever that person is, decided not to vote for Caitlin for either first team or second team. Here's the deal. Something is going on here. Because Caitlin Clark accomplished tremendous things. And again, as I just said, there are people who feel like Sabrina should have been the first team. It doesn't bear out, okay? It just doesn't. But even if you wanted to go that route, and you say, well, I wouldn't vote for Caitlin for first because I think Sabrina deserves first. How she don't make the second one? How you don't vote for first or second for Caitlin Clark? Something is going on. You know, everybody, of course, wants to say Sheryl Swoopes, but we don't even know that Sheryl Swoopes has a vote. She likely does not have a vote in this. But there's somebody who needs to come forward. It's sort of like, I feel like it's obvious that whoever this person is, and I do think it's the same person. Again, we don't know, but as Athlon Sports wrote, but based on this pattern of voting, that's likely the case. And it's likely the case. I feel like I want to say, will you please come forward? Please come forward and justify what is going on. She should have been unanimous Rookie of the Year. But some spiteful person, and I'm going to say that because either that or you don't know sports and you're in the sports industry, you're in the media. So you got to know, right? You got to know that Angel Reese should not have gotten a vote for Rookie of the Year, period. So that was willful and apparently spiteful. Either that or you just need to retire or quit or whatever. And I tend to believe it's the other. It's you got something going on here. And so now here it is again, one person not vote. Somebody seems to have decided they're not going to vote for Caitlin Clark. And I do think that's an issue. Did she make the first team? Yeah. God don't like ugly. It worked. Or as Mama Amma would say, he ain't too particular about pretty either. But yeah, she's still on the first team. But I think that I just feel like in a situation like this, when it's so obvious that something else is going on, it's almost like I'm starting to feel like this. Like if you're gonna do your job, then we got to be able to respect that you're doing the right thing. I forgot to stop the share, so you were just looking at the article. Forgive me for that. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in a box up in the top. So anyway, forgive me. But as I'm saying, your job and your profession should be done with integrity, and this is not integrity. And this is not just some people who are just like, oh, Caitlin Clark deserves everything. No, this is obvious. This is someone who's out there working hard, breaking records, setting records, and there are people or someone behind the scenes who's determined to try to shut her down. And that's not right. And so I feel like the WNBA needs to change the rules. From what I understand, the NBA doesn't have anonymous voting, that you have to make yourself known. And I'm feeling like right now there's a pattern and they need to change some rules here. And people need to be on the up and up, because frankly, if you don't think Caitlin Clark should have been unanimous rookie of the year, assuming you're the same person, like I said, we don't know, but yeah, right? Assuming that you are so clueless as to think, or so spiteful as to think, that Caitlin Clark should not get a vote for first or the second team, then we need to know who you are, because you need some training or you need something. But you shouldn't be doing your job if you're doing it like that, because that's as the old folks would say, that's a piss poor job. And I'm feeling like maybe with all the tension and all the nonsense going on in this league, maybe, just maybe, they need to start vetting people who get to vote. And maybe they need to do you like they do jury duty. Ask you a few questions, figure out where your mind is, figure out what's going on. You need to be vetted out, because it's just not cool. It is not cool. And I would like to know who the person is, because I would like you to stand by your decision. No hiding. Bring them out. Caitlin Clark is the one that's getting jacked over. And it's just like, what sport are you involved in here? Anyway, that's my recommendation. No more anonymous voting. If you don't want to get rid of anonymous voting, then you start vetting folks. But people got to do right. Yeah, do right by their profession, or step aside. Wow. All right. You can let us know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button. Share with somebody. See what they think. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.